Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. The Manga Man here. We're talking about Black Clover chapter 281. The translation must have happened sometime overnight or early this morning UK time, but it's Saturday afternoon and I'm here to talk about Black Clover. At this rate, people will be probably thinking, why don't you just do it on Sunday? The translation comes out on Sunday, official translation. To be honest with you, I'm going to try to take any advantage I can get, being that I've only got 74 subscribers. Thank you, Ian, for subscribing. I'm just too small of a channel to really take a hit like that, and to be honest with you, I like to spoil myself. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would like to do the same. As always, this is based on Scanlation translation, so do take it with a pinch of salt, and please support the official release whenever possible. So, let's get into this review. So, the chapter 281 was quite interesting because we got introduced to a little bit more lore. To kind of go over that, so we got told that the two ancient demons that were just released were actually originally two super powerful royals that were imbued with high levels of mana that turned to hatred, that turned them into demons. They fought and then they were sealed, and these are the two new ones that have been released. So they've been demons for a very long time. We're also kind of told what the readers already thought, like there's so many mages here, what are we going to do about Clover Kingdom, who's going to protect them? So it kind of sets up a segue to Clover Kingdom later on down the line. But I like how over the last couple of chapters, even including Meliona's fight with this new demon, we cover the fact that ultimately they're absorbing mana from the area, which will make the dealing with these difficult. As you can imagine, Meliona has this next trump card that we don't know the limitations of. This may be revealed with this fight. Also, this could be a thing where it's difficult originally, but because mana's continuously been absorbed from the local area, much like droughts, we might get an area that's essentially a dead zone where there's no mana, and that's how they get defeated. Moving on to Clover Kingdom. Before we do that, actually, we don't really see what happens with Nak. We do get a little bit of because this is where the conversation starts about what's going to happen with Clover Kingdom. But I'm surprised we didn't get anything about Nact, which is fine for now, because it gives chance for other people to develop. Anyway, moving to Clover Kingdom, we see a lot of vice captains and high members of the Magic Knights that weren't part of the elite squad, essentially doing their best to protect their kingdom. We see Julius having a conversation with somebody, which is revealed later on, and we will get to that. But we see essentially vice captains and below try to do their thing. We even see royal knights trying to get involved as well. We see Kirsch, we see Nebra, and we see Solid. Now, I find it funny that Solid is trying to use a magic technique very similar to Noella's now, being that he got his ass beat by her, and he has no control of it, and he was teasing, some control of it, but he was teasing Noella on her lack of control. So I find that hilarious. Like, he's now essentially the runt of the family, realistically speaking, and very soon, if not already, Noella will surpass Nebra if she hasn't already done so. So they're getting involved as well, and of course they're doing something, but it's not enough. This prompts the second appearance of Julius to get involved, and he uses that member of the Silva family whose name I've forgotten for some reason right now, who is essentially a court judge, jury, executioner, and he has the scales. So I'm assuming he's realistically his magic is a buff and a debuff, so he can do both, because essentially that's what he was doing. He was kind of taking away the powers of mages, so he uses that ability to help Julius out, and we see the adult form Julius for an albeit a brief moment, and I was like, oh my god, it's the Wizard King, and then he goes back to being a child again. So, of course, what this is instantly showing you is, although the Wizard King would like to do something, he's in trouble and he needs help. This prompts the new generation to help the old generation, which is Asta, and you see Asta with a chibi form of Libe or Ribe, and we see like the last panel saying unite, and they're basically going into one of his techniques. being that this demon absorbs magic, anti-magic will probably be the best thing to defeat him. And if you take anti-magic out of the area, so I take magic out of the area and there's nothing for him to absorb, and they can absorb the magic from him as well and cancel out his magic, there should be a pretty quick one-sided affair. But honestly, this chapter felt really short, and this video is can attest to that. Really, we literally got a background of the two demons. We got a bit about Melodiona, and you know, obviously the Black Clover Kingdom fighting, a little bit on Julius, and then this basically. There isn't anything crazy to mention. Also, I forgot to mention this last chapter, but the names of the two demons is Nama and Lilith, and they're all over the Cabal, and all it's in a lot of Hebrew text, so you can look them up. There are apparently some crazy individuals that have done some shady stuff in Kabbalic history and Judaic history. So feel free to check it out. As always, pretty short chapter. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.